Today, I have 5 tips to help you get the most out of your English language practice right now. Hi everyone, it's Johnny with the English Supplement. Tip number 1 is know your reasons. Why are you learning English to begin with? Is it for a better job? Is it as part of a school requirement? Maybe a hobby? Knowing your reason is super important because, as we all know, learning any language is challenging and it requires effort every day in order to see that improvement. But there are many times, many days when we don't want to give that effort. We're tired. We have other obligations. We're tempted by our friends to go out and do other things, or a lot of times it's just easier not to practice. But if you know your reason, that will help carry you through the difficult times. So for example, why do I want to learn English? Well, I want to learn English for a better job. Okay, but why do I want a better job? I want a better job so I can make more money and have more time. Well, why do I want to make more money and have more time? Well, ultimately, I want to make more money and have more time so I can be with my family more and not worry so much about working at a job that I don't like. Excellent. So I want to learn English so I can ultimately live a life that I enjoy more. That's the reason. On days when I don't feel like learning English or practicing English, I can remember that big picture. I can remember my reason that I want to learn English so I can live a life I enjoy more. That's the big picture. That's the reason. And if you can remember your reason or develop your reason, it will help you in the long run. Number 2, define the area you want to improve. English encompasses a lot. There is writing, there is reading, there's pronunciation, there is speaking, there is grammar, there is so much, and it's easy to get overwhelmed. But what I recommend is to take all of that and break it down into something you can focus on, an area that you want to improve on, like pronunciation. And by doing this, you will get focused. There is so much in the world of English that narrowing down what you want to focus on is going to help you achieve your goal a bit faster. There are so many methods of how to learn English. There are numerous people on YouTube or Facebook or online in general. And there is so much information out there that it becomes very tempting to jump from one method to the next method to the next method. There are so many different tips and ideas and strategies out there that if we don't see those immediate results, we jump from one method to the next method, from one tip to the next tip, instead of giving any one of them a chance to work. So I recommend, once you have the area of the English language you want to improve, let's say conversation, once you have that area defined, narrowed down, then pick one method amongst all the methods out there. Start with one method and give it an honest shot. Give it some time, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Really focus on that. And don't worry about the next method, the next set of tips, the next set of ideas. Just focus on that one so you don't get lost. You don't get caught up and jumping around from different method to different method. Tip number 3, Find a partner. This is by far the top request of English language learners. When we're looking for a partner, ultimately, we're looking for someone who has similar interests to us, a similar level of English to us, a similar learning schedule to us. We're looking for someone who is similar to us. And there are a few ways to do this. Now, at the time of this video, we're going through COVID, so there's not a lot of face-to-face interaction. So a site like meetup.com is excellent for these kinds of things. But let's look at more online options. I recommend Facebook groups. Doing a search on English speaking, English learning, and seeing all the groups that come up. There are many people out there who want to meet and speak with you. There are many people out there who want to practice, and you just got to put yourself out there and try it out. If you're not having any success, then I suggest be bold and create your own group. This is something that is perfect during these COVID times. You can bring people to you to learn. You can find your ideal speaking partner or partners by being the admin of your own Facebook group. And remember, by being the admin of your own Facebook language group, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Tip number 4, read everything. Everything you can get your hands on in English. I recommend reading it, and not just once, but multiple times. I like to go to Google News a lot because not only can I read the news, but I can read the news about any topic or any subject that I'm interested in. And I recommend looking up the latest news about any hobby that you're into, anything that you have an interest in. Because if you already have an interest, then it's easier to read various news articles on your topic or in your interest. Now, I recommend reading one article per week. Read the article once a day for a week. Circle the vocabulary you don't know. Read the article out loud. Just practice your speaking with it. I also like Simple English Wikipedia. This has got all kinds of interesting articles written at basic, easy to understand levels. So if you're beginning or you're just starting out, Simple English Wikipedia. All of these links I'll post below in the description for you. Tip number 5, carry a notebook. Everyone has heard this, not many people do this. I recommend always carrying a notebook with you because as you go throughout your day, you will see things you don't know the names of in English. Or you'll have a thought or an idea, or you'll read something and you need to translate it or remember it for later. I recommend writing this down in your notebook and keeping it with you every day. It's a reminder to be active in learning English. For example, when you look around your room, can you name everything in English? If you can, wonderful. If you can't, write it down in your notebook and then look it up. When you go about your daily life outside of your home, can you name all the things in English? Can you describe the situations going on in English? If you can, awesome. If you can't, write it down and then look up how to say these ideas and look up the translation for the vocabulary. Put that in your notebook as well. At the end of the week, you'll have multiple pages to go through, and this will get the process of thinking in English going. You'll know how to express ideas and concepts as well as knowing new vocabulary. Carrying a notebook is a wonderful way to keep yourself engaged in the English language. And finally, let me know in the comments, What tips have worked for you in the past? Or what is your biggest challenge right now in learning English? I would love to hear. And as we're all going through these COVID times right now, I hope that you and your families are staying safe and healthy. We'll see you next time. Thank you.